It's Friday! No, I'm joking. Welcome to the Fantasy Football Game Show presented by Front Yard Fantasy. Hey, guys, my name is Josh. Josh, you can call me Jeff. I don't care. I'm here today, though, as always, at 3 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time, as the Fantasy Football Game Show always is, with JL, John Luke Garofalo. How you doing today?
I'm doing fantastic. I'm excited to hang with you guys. Hang with my friends today.
Mm-hmm. We're hanging so hard. Hanging so hard.
Whoa.
To the left. Still no Simon today, but I think he's back next week, right, guys?
Yeah.
Wait, so we didn't fire him, and I'm not the third official guy anymore?
No, you are the third official guy.
Didn't talk to you?
But we didn't fire him. Yeah.
No, we didn't fire him.
Now you're outsourcing it to Jay.
You did. You stepped up. You stepped up, though.
Yeah. He knows all the skeletons in the closet. We can't fire him.
Guys, we do, however, have two of the best human beings in the world. You're going to want to smother these brothers from different mothers like no others. Joey and Tim Wright. Let's go. Tim, how you doing, man?
Oh, I'm doing absolutely delightful. I have a projector now, and I'm doing all sorts of shenanigans. I'm very excited.
Wow.
Shenanigans.
Yeah.
What kind of shenanigans?
Yeah,
what's on that projector last, huh?
Yeah.
What are you projecting?
Movies that I definitely am allowed to have right now, for sure.
Definitely not Spider-Man. Yes. No Way Home, right?
Certainly not. Nope.
Yeah. Definitely watch that.
Unless you bought it for $20 on, your appropriate streaming platform.
We'll say that's what I did. For sure.
Yeah.
Joey, I'm gonna mix you guys up all day. Whenever you guys run the stream together, I'll call one Tim, the other Joey. It doesn't matter. You guys are the same person. Joey, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great. I'm really excited for Tim's projecting. He actually reached out to me about some movies, and I recommended one movie for him to project. What?
You know movies?
Just a little bit. And
you watch them?
I'm very excited. Yeah.
Guys, I watched The Raid. Joey and Tim told me to watch it. I sent them my top list. The Raid, top list of 100 movies. Joey and Tim, I saw that movie before when it first came out in college, and I completely forgot about it. And everything started flowing back to me. Once I started watching, I was like, "This is familiar." I was like, "His brother. That's his brother." I know this already, and I was like, "Okay, I've seen it," but I loved it. I need to see it. It's not really a spoiler. Yeah, whatever. It kind of is. Craig, he's in the chat. FYF is going to try to determine the worst food. Ugh. Well, I am, for one, glad to finally have a Friday show with 0% chance of outrage or controversy over their findings. Yes. There's going to be some upset people. I think there's going to be some upset people out there.
I'm already angry.
Yeah. Albert said, what do you think about Melvin Gordon being in discussion with the Ravens? I kind of said it a little bit, but like it for the Ravens, Melvin Gordon's a really good running back, and they could use depth. I mean, we saw what happened last year. I would have loved to have Melvin Gordon last year. As a J.K. Dobbins roster in many, many dynasty leagues, I'm a little bit disappointed in that regard. So
yeah, I've been saying this last probably a couple months of just I've been having this lingering fear that I don't think the Ravens are going to go and use J.K. Dobbins as a workhorse this year. I think likely they'll bring someone on, and then this Melvin smoke is that I think coming to fruition. I think even if Melvin Gordon isn't true, I think they're going to bring people on because of last year. Try and add.
I mean, they have Gus Edwards already. I mean, just look at the split Gus Edwards has always had. The Ravens are never going to give one running back all the carries. That's never going to be the case. It's just J.K. Dobbins, when he was on the field, was averaging 6.5 yards per carry, and that's what we want to see, right?
Was he ever on the field?
Small sample is the issue.
Rushing yards per out of any running back.
Super efficient. Yeah. Super efficient that rookie year.
I mean, he still had 100 and 30 carries. Like it was a really good season for a rookie running back. Didn't get the whole workload though. I think it says maybe Dobbins and Gus Bus isn't healing properly. I don't know. It just seems that way. That's absolutely could be the case. Again, just look at last year. They were screwed at the running back position. It was horrible.
Yeah.
They're
trying to hedge that running back position.
Hiya. Thank God it's Friday.
Hiya.
Friday. Yeah,
What's up, Dane? Welcome in.
Mr. Scampers. Hello there.
Hello. Meow.
The show just has the right stuff going on today. It does.
True.
Why does Joey have his shirt on?
I don't know.
I may just keep going.
I like to wear them.
You're supposed to call Joey Jay. Is that true, Joey?
No, he says, "Oh, Joey, sorry, I was supposed to call you." Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I digress. Josh, are you okay? I think I'm okay. I don't know. I'm sure I said already like 3 or 4 things that are completely off the wall.
Wait, is Jay okay? Like, did he get kidnapped?
That's what we have to ask.
And he's like sending us messages that are like,
I think there's subliminal. I think there's like some kind of like hidden note like in this. Like,
blink twice in your picture if you are in danger, Jay.
Sean said, "What's up, everybody? What's up, Sean? How you doing?"
Sean, welcome in.
We need a film review with Joey and Tim. Jay, so Joey and Tim's silver bullet he's enjoying. Yeah. That is a really cool can, right?
It's a pretty can. It's got all sorts of colors on it. And then a smiley face. It fits perfectly. Nothing but vibes.
And then Alex Pete in high school saying, "Hey, everyone. What's up?
What's up, Alex?
Hey.
Happy Friday from Brady. What's up? What's up? So,
Brady?
Guys, we came here today on this wonderful Friday to get everyone a little hot and bothered. We want to piss people off today. Hopefully not too much with the best second-year running backs.
We will.
I'm not so sure about you, Jay. I feel like you just want to do it.
Jay's just sitting over there. Like, I've been waiting for this.
Yeah. Time to bring the chaos.
We have Matt Tom saying, "Good afternoon, Matt. Good afternoon." But
Matt,
we are talking about the best second-year running backs today, the best values out of all the second-year running backs going into next season. And we're also going to be talking about worst foods, the worst foods. We all have some input making this bracket. So let's see how it turns out. These are our least favorite foods out there. Let's see which one wins the whole bracket. And I'm gonna put up the brackets here. We're start with the second-year running backs.
I'm excited.
Mm-hmm.
I really do like the way you put this together, Josh. This is interesting.
Yeah, it's a little bit different. So I'll just give a little context here. We typically, compare, we'll put Naji Harris as the 1 seed, right? And then Javonte Williams would be the 2 seed because there's the 2 highest running backs drafted, right? Out of these options. But I want to do it a little bit differently. Since we're talking about running back values, it's going to be a little bit more moving parts here. Naji Harris and Javonte Williams, we're just talking about our favorite top tier running backs there. So who's going to win? Naji Harris and Javonte Williams, Elijah Mitchell, Travis Etienne. I think that's some great conversation as well. We'll just do it like this time and see how it goes. You okay with that, guys?
Let's go for
Absolutely.
it.
I was not briefed on this before the show, but I'm fine.
It's happening. And I'm making you go first, Joey. I'm making you go first. All right. So let's start up this bracket. It is good to go. And our first one is not an easy one, Joey. It's Naji Harris versus Javonte Williams. Which one is the best value going into next season? They're drafted pretty similarly right now. So let me know what you think.
They are. If I had to pick, especially with all this Melvin Gordon smoke, as JL said, I'm honestly going to pick Javonte. I like him a lot. If Melvin Gordon does indeed sign with Baltimore, even though he's not signed to Denver, I am drafting Javonte over Naji because I'm worried about pretty much everything going on in Pittsburgh right now.
All right, Joey is going with Javonte. He's worried about Pittsburgh. He likes what he's seeing in Denver. JL, what do you think?
I'm not too worried about Naji Harris. I think he'll get his for where they drafted him and what he's been able to do. Javonte Williams, I'm bullish on, but I'm not going to put him above Naji Harris here. Now, actually, I'm changing my answer completely. I'm going Javonte Williams because I just remembered the name of the bracket, which is value. And I think between the two of these guys, probably Javonte Williams has more value. No, I'm going Naji Harris. Forget it. Get out of here, Josh. Stop trying to.
Okay. He's going with Naji Harris. I literally didn't say one thing while you were talking, but somehow I got confused.
In your head.
You think I can't read your mind by now?
Listen, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I think both of these guys are great running backs. But Tim, what do you think? Who do you think is a greater value going into next season, Najee Harris or Javonte Williams?
So until I hear something firm about Melvin, I'm gonna go Naji. Where I'm seeing him drafted, I like the value there. He's gonna catch a buttload of passes. He's a great running back, man. They're both great, but I gotta go Naji right now.
All right, Tim. Tim is going to go with Naji, and I don't want to say anything quite yet, but I hope some of the people in the chat are voting on this because we might need your help with these. We have 4 people voting on things here. If it comes down to a tie, we go to the chat and we're going to need some help there. So we're talking about the best value going into next season. When it all comes together, right? Najee Harris, just because he had a much better season last year, I think he's going to be drafted ahead in both most dynasty leagues and a lot of redraft leagues. Losing Ben Roethlisberger, going to get less of that check down work, in my opinion. Javonte Williams by himself right now, he's got a much upgraded offense. And when it comes down to it, Javonte Williams is also 21 years old. I know that's not 24 years old for Najee Harris. I know that's not going to a big part of this picture. We're just talking about value going into next season, but I love Javonte. I got to take him here. Javonte Williams. So no poll on this one at the moment, right, JL?
It is out now.
Okay, gotcha.
It's we're just put it out.
I just want to tell you, you're my favorite FYF member.
Oh, thank you. Well, we are on the same page here. It's
all right.
So real fast, there are some people just commenting in the chat as well. We have Pete in high school saying Williams over Harris. Is there? How about Trevor's question real fast? Is there more than one running back in Denver this year? Yes, there will be.
They got to sign somebody if Melvin goes.
Yeah,
we were talking about this a little bit earlier, and I think Josh, you and Jay agreed that Denver's probably going to draft someone. That Mike Boone's not going to be the backup there.
Yeah, Mike Boone is currently the backup. So if Melvin Gordon leaves, that's who's left, and he could be a fine backup, but I expect them to draft or sign someone before it's all said and done. Yeah. But Jay Peters saying Naji and redraft Javonte and Dynasty. I think that's very fair as well.
Yeah, that's fair.
We have a Najee Harris from Jay. We have a Naji from Brady. We have a Javonte from Matt. We have a Javonte from Albert. Wow. So it's kind of all over the place here.
Split.
How's that vote going, JL?
13 votes. I'm just going to end it now so we can move on. Javonte Williams won 54%.
Wow,
54.
That's close. Yeah,
54%.
That's right in line with us here on this stream.
Yeah,
totally. Yep. I mean, yeah.
What's up, John? Welcome in. Hope you're having a blessed day, my friend. Glad you're here to hang with us.
No doubt about it. And Scott came in here and said Najee's being drafted at a ceiling, and maybe that's why Javonte is the better value here. Regardless, he is going to win this, and he's going to move on to the next round. And our next head-to-head matchup we have is Kenneth Gainwell versus Khalil Herbert. I mean, I think these are both backups. Yeah. These are both backups at the moment. I would assume Miles Sanders is the starter for the Eagles. Khalil Herbert's not going to be the starter for the Bears. It's going to be David Montgomery. But if anything happens to the starter, these guys can be extremely valuable. JL, what do you think here? Who's the better value, Kenneth Gainwell or Khalil Herbert?
I'm going to go with Khalil Herbert. I don't trust the Eagles at all, what they're doing at the running back position. Khalil Herbert, at least we knew when David Montgomery was injured, the guy was Khalil Herbert. So I'd rather go with him.
All right. JL's saying a pretty firm Khalil Herbert. He doesn't trust the Eagles, and he thinks if something happened to David Montgomery, Khalil Herbert's that guy. What do you think,
when
Tim?
You paraphrase what I said.
Did I do a decent job?
Yeah, I wish it would happen more, like just in everyday life.
Yeah. The thing is, I'm barely even listening to you. I hear certain words.
I know.
I'm like, I hope I'm summing this up well.
I hope that context is what I think it is.
Yeah. Tim, what are you thinking here?
This is a really tough one. I'll give one to Gainwell. I mean, the Eagles, I hope they just rush as much as they did last season. JL, you're right. I have no idea what they're doing there, but because I don't know, I think he has both a higher floor and a higher ceiling. So
they will definitely rush as much as last season, Tim. It will just be Jalen Hurts doing the rushing.
Yeah, well, that's fair too.
or any of the other 7 running backs that they use. I digress. But these guys, and at least in a typical dynasty PPR league, they're being drafted neck and neck with each other, very close with each other, and they're both backup running backs in the moment. Like I said, what's up?
I have a question. Do any of you know the draft capital on these two guys off the top of your head?
Like in the NFL draft?
In the NFL draft, yeah, where they were drafted.
I think they're both. I would say Herbert's a 4th and Gainwell was a 5th. If I had to.
Okay, so they're similar enough. I don't know. I didn't remember.
Yeah. A lot of people thought that Gainwell was going to be drafted a lot earlier than he was. I know it was a little bit later. Yeah. So someone can fact check that for me. I could see them both being 4th round picks, but I'm almost positive 4th and 5th.
Okay, that's useful. Thank you.
Looks like Tim's doing the check right now.
Yeah, he's drafted at 150, but I can't do that math right now.
I think that's early 5th round or late 4th round.
That's for Gainwell?
Yeah, it was
late
Gainwell.
4th.
Okay.
It was late 4th?
Who's the second person?
Khalil. I don't know.
There's compliment.
I was gonna say I'm not
factoring in as well. So
yeah,
you might be right. Was Herbert a 6th round pick? I could see that. I have Joey come in here saying Herbert was a 6th round pick, but regardless. When it comes down to it, Gainwell, he's in a mix of running backs, and the Eagles are going to use a lot of these guys. Maybe that puts Kenneth Gainwell in the field a little bit more. And I do think Kenneth Gainwell's a better pass-catching running back, but Herbert's a better overall running back, and he proved a ton to me when he did get that starting time, like Joe mentioned last year. He looked really good. He looked awesome. So, if anything happened to David Montgomery, I think that Khalil Herbert is a plug-and-play running back. So I'm going to go with Khalil Herbert.
Yeah, that's absolutely true, but I just don't want to think about injuries being his only path, right?
That's true.
That's a good point. Really good point.
I think if no injuries happen with either of these guys, I think Kenneth Gainwell is a little bit more valuable. So, Joey, what do you think?
That's my thinking. Is I try not to take injuries into account if I can't. Sometimes you just have to. And the good production we saw to Gainwell last year was pretty much when he was not the lead back. So if you need value on draft day, I mean, I'm taking Gainwell because I can maybe at least get a flex out of him. Maybe like a second or third flex out of him.
We're tying it up again.
Yeah.
I do agree that we shouldn't necessarily predict injury, but I do think we should factor it in, just looking at probability's sake, right? Like there's probability that that the running back ahead of these guys will get injured.
Yeah.
I will mention one more thing with this. There were rumors about David Montgomery being traded last year. I mean, with all the trades we've already seen, it's a possibility. It's a non-zero chance, right? I don't expect that whatsoever. I'm just saying that maybe the Bears aren't fully bought into David Montgomery, and I think this is the last year on his contract. Not that that's going to help Khalil Herbert too much next year, but I still think Khalil Herbert. I'm going to go with him. But it looks like we're going to have to go to the chat again, JL.
All right. Well, chat 17 votes. I'll just end it because I'm talking about it. And I didn't know the percentages before I ended it. So okay, here we go. Khalil Herbert, 61%.
Okay. Khalil Herbert's going to win 2 ties.
18
and close chat votes.
Yeah. Someone got in. Someone skirted in right in the last second.
All right.
Tim, I just want to say you're my favorite FYF member.
Heck yeah. I knew that.
Your words mean nothing now, Joey.
You're my brother, so what can I say? But not my brother.
Heavily.
All right.
Who put that up?
I did say
something about that.
Heavily.
Okay. I didn't know if you wanted to comment on it.
Gainwell.
Yeah. So Mr. Scamper's potential increased usage by a new coaching staff could give her some standalone value. I agree. And then Pink's Pick says, I'm with Tim. Can't rely on an injury, on a young guy. And Gainwell is another Nyheim Hines or McKissick, maybe. I could see that. I could absolutely see that.
And the key word with this, with Pang's comment here is rely. Like I completely agree with that. You do not want to rely on that, but you should factor it in to your decision.
Another thing that just real fast on Kenneth Gainwell, they were using him more as this pass catching running back earlier in the season, but they were throwing a lot more as well. And it seemed like they kind of went away from that later in the season. I don't know if they learned something or they're just not going to throw as much. They want to run, and while Kenneth Gainwell might be a good pass catcher, I just don't know if they really trust him in that role. But I digress. Let's move on. Khalil Herbert's going to win that one, and we are moving on to Michael Carter and Ramondre Stevenson. We are starting with Tim on this one. Who do you think is a better value going into next season?
I hope everyone ends in a tie.
Who's a better value going into next season, Tim? Is it Michael Carter or Ramondre Stevenson?
I feel like Michael Carter is going to be drafted a bit ahead of Ramondre. and I'll take him. I was really impressed with what he was doing on the Jets. So give me Michael Carter. I'm not happy, or I'm not unhappy to have him slide to me at a point in the draft. Ramondre, I'd have to take a pause, look for some other wide receivers in that range. But Michael Carter, if I need, my first RB1 after going a couple wide receivers, yeah, I'll take Michael Carter. That's fine by me.
All right, Tim's going to go with Michael Carter here, and I think Tim, I think you made some awesome points. When it comes down to it, I think there's a much, much, much better chance that Michael Carter ends up being a top 15 running back or a top 20 running back even. However, you said something else. Michael Carter is going to get drafted probably a lot higher, and I 100% believe that. And we're talking about values here. I think there is a chance for Ramondre Stevenson could run away with the job. There's that injury factor. The Patriots don't want to run a ton. If Damian Harris got hurt, Ramondre Stevenson could be a league winner. I'm still nervous about Michael Carter getting replaced. Not replaced, but just them adding another very talented back in the NFL draft. I'm going to go Ramondre Stevenson here as the better value, but it's close. Joey?
This is a tricky one for me because I really like Michael Carter for next season. But if I'm rebuilding in a dynasty league, I want Ramondre Stevenson on every rebuilding team I have. He's a piece that what happened?
I just saw JL laughing. I'm just assuming I know why he's laughing.
Yeah.
Okay. So I want Ramondre on every team I'm trying to rebuild. I think he's the future of the Patriots backfield, and we never see anyone get a complete workload in New England, but I think he could not necessarily this season unless somehow Harris goes down, but the following season I do think Ramondre takes that job.
So but
for next season here? I see that's where I'm torn.
All of that to say.
No, I heard you talking at first.
I'm going to give Michael Carter my vote because I would rather have him on my team next year, and I still think he's a great value where you're drafting him. But I just want to say something nice. But I thought you were going Michael Carter, so I had that whole thing planned to say about Ramondre.
Gotcha. So we have two Michael Carters. We have one Ramondre Stevenson, JL.
And this is the reason we're laughing. Coop said, if Damian Harris gets hurt, then Ramondre Stevenson won't inherit half an RB role. Dope. It's true. I'm going to go Michael Carter here. It is very close. Josh, I agreed with everything you said. My going Michael Carter is not an indictment at all on me also believing Ramondre Stevenson is a great value. I think the thing that really separates it is just the passing work with Michael Carter. Stands out to me a little bit more, but if they're being drafted way differently, then I think, Josh, you could absolutely be right here.
Mm-hmm. I'm drafting Michael Carter ahead of Ramondre Stevenson going into next year. In Dynasty, I'll even draft Michael Carter ahead of Ramondre Stevenson, even though they're a lot closer. If we're just talking about next season, I'm fine with Michael Carter winning this, though,
Ramondre Stevenson looked so good last year. He looked very good with limited work. So. And the chat chose 53%. I always do this. 50, unless someone skirts in, 53% Michael Carter.
Oh, okay. Another freaking close one there.
Very close.
Can I say something bad about Michael Carter?
Yes,
please.
He has the worst signature if you're trying to buy an autographed jersey. I was bidding on one, and it's the worst signature. Like I could have got it for a decent price. And I was like, no, that I do not like the way his signature looks.
The T. Higgins one I have is just like literally the tiniest little mark. It says well.
Yeah.
So Andrew said, if Damian Harris gets hurt, then did you already put that up? Mondre? Yeah. Okay, gotcha. And then no, it's all good. I knew you put that up actually. I remember you said that's what we were laughing at. But be fun to see Kenneth Walker paired with Carter. It depends what you mean by fun. Like your Jets, yeah, that sounds like fun. If you're trying to decide what their dynasty and fantasy
if you're going to draft either of them,
nope. It's going to be kind of complicated. I think it kills Carter personally if Walker were to go to the Jets. So that's how vulnerable Michael Carter is.
Now, if you put Kenneth Walker on the Broncos, that's something I would like to see.
Oh
Javonte,
no!
And
it would destroy Twitter. People would.
Oh my god, they would cry.
Josh, I love how you did this bracket. Now that we've been doing it, do them all like this. This is a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Because everyone's been tough.
We have Travis Etienne and Elijah Mitchell here, guys. We have Travis Etienne and Elijah Mitchell. This is a tough one because, we're not – I don't know if we've, really specified redraft or dynasty yet, but I keep saying going into next year, right? If we're talking about a straight-up dynasty league –
I think the title of the video does say dynasty, just so you know.
Yeah. On YouTube, it does.
Yeah.
So if we're talking about straight up dynasty, I'm drafting Travis Etienne ahead of Elijah Mitchell, but they're very close. I think in redraft leagues, I think we're going to see Elijah Mitchell get drafted ahead of Travis Etienne in a lot of leagues. So who's the better value? I'm not sure, but I'm just breaking down their situations. I'm pretty balled in Elijah Mitchell. I think he's going to kill it next season. A little concerned with Travis Etienne on the Jaguars. I'm going to say Elijah Mitchell because I think they're going to be drafted pretty similarly, and I'd rather have him for sure going into next season. So, Jay, I know that hurt your heart a little bit, but Joey,
okay.
What do you think?
I'm used to it.
If Etienne wasn't coming off the injury, I really liked him a lot last year. And I'm drafting a lot of Etienne, but there is that risk with him that he might not bounce back as quick as we're thinking. So I'm going to go Elijah Mitchell because I do like what I saw out of him last year. That's kind of scary being in a Shanahan offense, picking the running back, but hey, I'll make this mistake again. So Elijah Mitchell.
2 Elijah Mitchells, J.O.
And this is going to be like similar to the last one where I like both of these guys. I've been a big Elijah Mitchell truther since this season. I think he looked very good. When I'm thinking about this bracket and thinking about value, Travis Etienne definitely stands out to me because I think he has the opportunity to make the biggest leap here. I think a lot of people are concerned about the injury. I think a lot of people they've never seen him in the NFL, right? They've never seen a lot of people haven't never watched him in college, so they don't know. He's just a name, right? And so I think that affects people. They're gonna not really understand Travis Etienne coming in. And they're gonna think Elijah Mitchell is gonna be the workhorse in San Francisco, which I hope he is. But I'm gonna go about Etienne here.
Okay. All right, we got 1 Etienne vote, and I'm interested to see where Tim goes here.
Mine's just personal bias, Etienne.
Okay. He's not even gonna say anything else. It's just Etienne. But like I kind of said, I think in dynasty leagues, Travis Etienne is going to be drafted ahead of Elijah Mitchell. I think in redraft leagues, it's going to be the other way around. So it's kind of tough.
I think right about that. I have him close in dynasty.
Yeah.
But Etienne slightly ahead.
They're literally neck and neck in dynasty for me. Back to back. Yeah, overall rankings back to back for me. So we have a tie here. It looks like we're going to have to go to the chat yet again.
All right. The chat is a major player today. The
result
of the poll.
That's always good.
16 votes. Etienne 68%.
Ooh, Travis going to take that one with the biggest percentage vote in the chat so far. Nice. Travis Etienne. All right. Well, we made it through the first round.
These are still so hard.
We're going to keep on pushing. Now things are getting a little more interesting because we're going to have players being drafted at very different positions. So Joey, Javonte Williams and Khalil Herbert. Who's the better value going into next season?
Value. I hate that word. Because I think Javonte Williams could be the running back 2 this year. Like if there's no one else in Denver, he very well could be. Khalil Herbert, for him to, I'm going Javonte. I can't pick
Javonte Williams. What do you think, Jail? Quote Nation saying Javonte is winning it all. Do you think he wins this though? This matchup?
Gosh, this is tough. I'm gonna go Javonte too. I think Khalil Herbert, it's the most likely scenario for him is that he doesn't get much playing time this year. I think that is the most likely outcome, and so Javonte Williams.
All right, Javonte Williams, even though he's getting drafted a lot earlier, JL says that he is the better value because he's just going to be on the field a lot more. Duh. You like that summary, JL?
Oh, that's beautiful. You said it with way more enthusiasm than I did too. It kind of made me feel bad that I wasn't enthusiastic enough.
Tim, what do you think? We have 2 votes for Javonte.
This is really going to depend on what draft pick I have because if it's a Superflex Dynasty startup, if I'm drafting in that, anywhere from I'd say even 8 to 12 range, Javonte's going to start coming into my mind. Round? Oh yeah, absolutely. And those are the spots I'm really not happy about drafting right now because that's where I actually have to make a choice and stick with it, and I don't want to feel like that ever. So for that reason alone, I'm going to go Khalil because if I feel way more loosey goosey down in the draft when he's getting picked. So
yeah.
That's a good really point. Interesting. I like that.
Yeah, the price factoring that in is important. So that's a good point.
Price matters here. I mean, Khalil Herbert's basically free. Javonte Williams, you are paying a super premium pick to grab him. Having said that, I'm going to go with Javonte Williams here. It's very tempting to say that the better value is Khalil Herbert, but like JL said, I just can't do it because he might be nothing, literally nothing. Yeah, Javonte Williams, I'm pretty confident is going to be pretty good. So.
It's nothing for free, though.
That's true.
Yeah, I don't blame you for going that direction. I don't blame you for going that direction at all.
Javonte Williams won that with 68%.
All right.
Same as last. Same with the last poll.
Now, going into our next one here, our next matchup, Michael Carter versus Travis Etienne. Maybe this one's a little bit closer because these guys are getting drafted a little bit closer together. So, JL, we're starting with you on this one. Michael Carter or Travis Etienne, better value going in next season?
For this one, I think I'm to no one's surprise, I'm going to go Etienne again. Michael Carter, while I am bullish on him, I'm still pretty worried he's on a Jets offense that I don't expect to move a lot. And coming up into this season. And I think a lot of things could go wrong for Michael Carter that could take his value down. And I think Travis Etienne, he's in a similar boat, but also I feel like it's easier for things to go right for him, given that we just haven't seen anything. So I'm going to go Etienne.
All right. We got one vote for Travis Etienne from JL. I'm not going to summarize you this time because we're
it's too long.
I want to know what Tim has to say.
Oh, well, it's fun that both of these offenses were doo-doo poopy last year. You heard it here first. They were both not good at football.
You're absolutely correct.
I'm going to pick Etienne again for personal bias, but I really think Trevor and that whole offense is going to take a larger step than Zach Wilson and Michael Carter in the Jets offense. I really do. I think that delta is going to be a pretty fun one to watch.
Yeah, I'm with you, Tim.
Yeah, I think both of these teams are going to take a nice step going next season.
I mean,
it's hard. It's hard to go backwards. But I think when we see it, I think Michael Carter and Travis Etienne are being drafted pretty similarly in both redraft and dynasty. And I just think Etienne's a much, much more talented player. I'm going to vote for Travis Etienne here pretty easily, actually. Joey?
Yeah. So in drafts, when these guys are sitting, even if you go receiver, they're pretty much going to be your RB2. And if I'm getting one of these guys in the fourth round, I want it to be Etienne because he's got the most upside out of the two. So I'm voting Etienne. And they're going so close, so value is higher for Etienne. Clean sweep, is that the only one?
Yeah. Wow, let's go. That's what I'm talking about.
Oh, this sucks. This is a great championship.
This is actually a great championship. I love this championship game. I'm not sure who I'm going to vote for yet.
Travis Etienne won that one with 88%. Pretty high.
Man, the percentages keep on climbing.
Yeah. This better be 100% or right.
I can't see how it would be because I'm having trouble determining what to vote for here. So, Tim, Travis Etienne against Javonte Williams. Who's the better value going into next season?
Oh, man. The thing about Etienne is that James Robinson is still there. Like, he's still good too. Like, and then Javonte. Oh no, I think it's going to come down to the same thing. If I'm drafting in that zone where I am pigeonholed into trying to pick Javonte, I'm gonna have to, and I don't want to have to. So I will hope that I get Etienne in third round, turn on the fourth or something like that. So give me Etienne for his value at that spot. I think my team would build better if I did it that way.
All right. Tim is going with Travis Etienne here over Javonte Williams. And, we've kind of mentioned it. Javonte Williams is alone right now, but I think they're going to add someone pretty reliable before the season starts. We're comparing a second round pick maybe for Javonte Williams, probably a first round pick in a lot of leagues, to Travis Etienne, a later round pick. I'm going to take Travis Etienne here too. I think his upside is right there as high as Javonte Williams. I'm not saying he's going to finish higher than Javonte Williams. I say the upside is there. He's got a lot more downside in my opinion, but I'll take the later shot with Travis Etienne. Joey?
I would rather have Travis Etienne as my RB2 than Javonte as my RB1, knowing what the receivers are who are going around him. I could have, let's say I'm at the 12 spot. I could have CeeDee Lamb. I'm not going to say 12 spot because then I could take Javonte too. So I'll say the 10 spot. I could have redraft, maybe Jefferson falls to me, maybe Chase falls to me, but probably CD Lamb and Etienne. I would rather much have that. So I'm going Etienne. Sorry, Chad.
All right. It's a wrap, JL. I mean, I know you're a big old Clemson fan.
Go Javonte Williams on this one.
Are you actually?
No. You guys summarized it pretty well. It's just where Javonte Williams is going. We're talking value here, right? And that when I think of value, I think which player is going to finish higher above where they were drafted, and who's going to have more of an impact there. And it's Travis Etienne.
All right.
It's going to be scary if Denver doesn't bring anyone else in, because Javonte is going to skyrocket even higher than he is now. And then it's just going to be like,
Quote Nation says the Broncos have the better offense. Don't overthink it. And hey, if you want to choose Javonte Williams on this, I'm completely fine with that. But again, it's the value. He's being drafted so high. I think Jay Peter summed it up very well. Javonte's value is already capped, already first round pick and startup.
Between the two of them, we're all gonna probably draft Javonte Williams over Travis Etienne because of the better offense, the better situation. And we saw it some last year, but in terms of value, it switched.
I'm gonna look at something after the show's over.
And the chat, 76% Etienne, 13 votes.
Travis Etienne is the best second year running back value according to science. Lock it in, Travis Etienne, guys. Go buy some Travis Etienne. Make this a good value.
Yeah. I want him so badly.
Whoa.
Oh, gosh.
All right, so that is going to wrap up that bracket, and we're going to move on to
now is where we lose friends.
I can't wait to hear JL and Olive's a love story.
Business relationships will crumble today. It's going to get personal.
All right,
it's been a while since we've done, I think, a food bracket or tiers.
It's been a long time.
Yeah, I can't remember if we did any in season.
So this is our worst food bracket, guys. Our worst food bracket.
I like most of these too.
Tim, you don't dislike anything, all right? I actually like a lot of these too. So it's gonna be some interesting conversation goes on. Just so everyone out there knows, we determined this. We asked quite a few people. Joey, maybe you can explain how we determined this a little bit.
Yeah, so I went to each FYF member except for Simon because he's still missing and no one knows where I'm at. If you know where Simon is at, please contact us. We have no idea.
His answer is beef jerky or ketchup anyway. I could have told you that.
It was in the newsletter. We put the flyer up. No one responded. Now I'm even more worried. But once again, if he doesn't show up, I'm the new third man. So, but no, we asked pretty much all the FYF team, a few other friends of the show, and they sent these, and these were the ones we got.
So these are some people's personal least favorite foods.
Yes.
So we got at least one from everyone on here. Joey, I think you actually have two of them. So it could be a little...
By default, I have two on here, yeah. Maybe three, because there's one I really don't like too, but let's go.
Okay, fair enough. There's a couple that I really don't like as well. So let's see how this goes. Joey, we're just going to restart the order if you're okay with that.
I'm totally fine, because I really need to poop on something right now.
Gotcha. So we have our first matchup. We have olives versus kiwis. Which one is the worst food? Which one is the worst food? JL put kiwis, I believe.
I did not put kiwis.
No, you didn't?
No, I don't.
You were just talking about them yesterday.
I tweeted it. I tweeted that kiwis look. The kiwis.
I'm frozen. I'm back.
Don't taste as good as they look, but I don't dislike them. They taste fine. But they just
that's a pretty disliking kind of take, though.
No,
sounds like you hate them.
So delicious, and it just doesn't quite live up to it.
Sounds like you'd rather chop off your arm than eat a kiwi.
Yeah,
I was frozen.
I would.
Who did put kiwis on here, Joey?
Justin from.
What does he know?
Justin, right? Oh, one of our other brothers.
Freaking wine and alcohol one, and he had terrible opinions.
It's the worst food, and it could very well be the worst food on this bracket is olives. They're disgusting. They should only be harvested for their oil, no other use. If my wife is just not in the mood, she will just eat an olive, and I'm like, please leave this home. Like it's just they are disgusting.
Nice
they
knowing
ruin
you.
Everything. Please, olives. They're disgusting. Thank you.
It looks like we're upsetting Quote Nation a little bit here. Kiwis are goated, all right. Yeah. But Scott on the other end, disgusting.
Okay, that makes me feel better.
They like both. All right. So we have one vote for olives as the worst food between kiwis and olives. JL, what do you think? Which one's worse?
I hate olives. Olives are disgusting. They are little poops. That's what they are. That's what you're eating. Little poops. I'm not eating little poops. You might want to eat little poops. I don't want to eat little poops. I'll go olives. Oh God.
I guess I can kind of see how like they're kind of like mushy and like have like that like.
Same.
Yeah. Okay. Tim. 2 votes for olives right now. Olives or kiwis? Which one's worse?
I like both of these, but I really want to see more of the olive hatred. So I'll vote for olives because I want to tear it down in the next round or raise it up. I don't know.
So you're gonna actually vote for kiwis here? Or
no, I'm gonna vote for olives because I want to make sure that it makes it to the next round.
Okay.
I have more olive content.
Oh, I know. I can't wait.
Ooh, jalapeno stuffed olives. Ooh.
Yeah,
Jay ate one of those last night.
Yeah, he sent me a picture.
Me.
Did he just send a picture to everybody last night with his?
Can we fire Jay? Is that possible?
Oh yeah, that's done.
Okay, he does nothing around here.
Thanks. I would rather clean toilets over eating olives. I'd rather eat toilets over cleaning olives. Yeah, I said what I said.
You'd rather eat toilets than clean olives.
Clean olives. Yeah. I said what I said. I stand by
it. Guys, I think kiwis are okay. I think JL kind of summed it up well. They do look better than they are. Like they're fine. I don't dislike them. Olives aren't really my bag. Like I don't think they're completely disgusting or anything, but I'd prefer not to eat them when it comes down to it. So I'm also going to vote for olives, and they are going to be the unanimous winner here.
Does not agree. 60% kiwis.
Really?
The kiwis?
Yeah.
I mean, I guess
for the first time ever,
Kiwi
chat's defeated. So.
Fire Jay and make room for Pete.
I don't object.
Plenty of room. Come on in.
Yeah,
because Jay's out of here.
Jay, I need a graphic, by the way, before you leave. Thank you.
Scott said I'd rather eat my 5 o'clock shadow than eat a fruit with a 5 o'clock shadow.
Yeah, well,
that's true.
That's your opinion.
I wind up eating part of my beard often.
So. It just happens.
Honestly, like black olives,
it's
like
good.
The little tiny ones, I'm fine with. Like I'd much prefer like I don't want a big olive though. You know, like a little tiny black olive on my pizza. Good, that's fine. That's fine. That doesn't bother me. But guys, we're gonna keep on moving here. We have our candies, our 2 different little candies here.
Yeah, we have candy corner
versus black licorice. I believe black licorice was Tim's.
That was mine.
And candy corn was my vote. So that doesn't mean I might not change my mind. Maybe I wasn't thinking about black licorice. Maybe Tim wasn't thinking about candy corn. JL, what are you voting for here? Which is worse, candy corn or black licorice?
I used to be on Jay's team here. He said candy corn is delicious. Oh, there he goes. Candy corn is delicious. I've since pulled that take back a little bit because I've eaten candy corn since I've had that opinion, and it's just fine. It's just okay. Black licorice is from hell, so
literally.
All right, JL says black licorice is friends with the devil and candy corn is all right. What does Tim say?
Tim, black licorice is not only friends with the devil, that's what he braids his beard with. Like that's what black licorice. It's absolute donkey water that they just let sit in the sun and just get nice and black moldy and just seep all the gross juices into it. And candy corn's fine. So it's black licorice. It's way worse. If they made black licorice candy corn, that would win, but it's just black licorice. You want to make the worst candy?
Olive black licorice.
Oh, oof.
So, guys, for me, when it comes down to it, I kind of like the black Twizzlers a little bit. I'm okay with them. The black Twizzlers are all right. Not a big like licorice in my foods kind of fan. Yeah, it's okay, Tim. We're gonna get through this. I'm glad you muted yourself. You
said licorice in your foods?
Yeah, like
you mix your licorice.
Fennel.
I don't know what that is.
It's like
bird
seeds.
They put that in pasta sometimes.
Like that kind of comes from. Yeah, I hate that.
I didn't know that. That's
candy corn, on the other hand, is it makes me sick eating it. Maybe it's because I ate a whole bag of it when I was like 12 years old, and I was vomiting for like days afterwards. But candy corn, I can't even think about eating it. I can't think about eating it, guys.
That was my sister and I to this day still talk about. We went to a sleepaway camp once, and my mom would send us care packages. And one time she sent those little crusty crab. Tim, you probably remember this story.
I think I do.
The little crusty crab
little
gummies.
gummy sandwiches.
Yeah,
little gummy.
Little Krabby Patties. Yeah,
I vomited those things all over that place. I have, and every time we see them now, my sister and I will like take a picture. I still get sick to my stomach. Those things are just
like, so it was like an I don't really care package.
yeah.
So Joey, we have 1 vote for candy corn and 2 for black licorice. What do you think is worse? Black licorice or candy corn?
To quote Billy Joel.
LOL.
Would say,
She remembers.
To quote Billy Joel, I'd rather laugh with the sinner than cry with the saints. I would rather eat black licorice from hell any day over candy corn.
What did candy corn do?
Yeah.
It doesn't taste like anything.
So here's the thing: like candy, there are 2 foods in this world that if they fall underneath your seat in your car, that they will still be good 3 years from now. Like not good,
10
but
years
you can
from
still
now.
use it 10 years from now. Candy corn is one of them, and so are French fries. And I don't trust anything that can survive that long and still be consumed. So candy corn, please get out of here because you're probably the one actually from hell. Thank you.
Gosh, you're wrong.
Wait.
So I voted for candy corn to be the worst. Yeah.
I'm sorry, but if you ever want to see Simon again, put $100 in unmarked signals in Scott Fitch's backpack and leave it at the bridge by Josh's house.
Why
you have
is
20
my
minutes.
picture being used?
I'll be back, guys.
All right, I guess I'm hosting.
All right, I don't really want Simon back that bad, so keep him.
I just
keep
love that
Simon's
it's a picture
capture.
of Joey smiling.
That's why I got so confused. Like, why is Joey saying this in the chat?
with Joey, but he was talking like during it. And I was like,
It's so aggressive to imagine him as like it's like this, like that goofy smile with the aggression of him holding Simon ransom is very unsettling. Yeah,
I don't know.
Oh, hi.
Wait, so that's not you, Joey?
No, my hands were
His hands were
Wow.
His hands are
Wow,
scratching for candy corn.
There's
on the
someone
ground
out there
his
that's got
desk.
Simon.
I don't know why they use my picture. That's what's
Because it's a perfect picture for this.
I mean,
I'm allergic to candy
Same,
corn.
same,
Every
dude.
time I
Same.
eat
Yeah,
10,000
yeah,
of them, I
same.
barf.
yeah, candy corn is disgusting. Chat, what do you got to say?
Are there any white candies like out there? I can't really think of
White
any.
chocolate.
That's not really candy though. I feel like I don't know.
Tic
I
Tacs.
feel like chocolate almost. Yeah, I thought of Tic Tacs too, mints and stuff, but like
There's got
it's
to
not
be.
really candy.
Those little shark gummy guys, they're half white. Mr.
Okay,
Scammers, now
I'll
this
take
is tough because these both can get buried in the Mariana Trench. True.
Well, we're gonna need some help from you guys in the chat because this is tied here on the show. 2-2, candy corn and black licorice.
Black licorice can be used. It can be a weapon too, and physically hurt you.
Fucking candy corn.
Well, what are you gonna do? You step on it, it's just gonna kind of squish. It's not
Wait, I'm on your
close
side.
to a
Tim. I
Lego.
didn't mean to fight you.
Yeah,
I voted with you. The chap, 81% black licorice.
Woo!
Oh, 81% black
16
licorice.
votes.
Guys, I'm completely fine with black licorice winning because I do not want to talk about candy corn anymore. I hate that shit. Stop. Come here now. Said candy corn is healthy.
It's
Apparently.
got corn in the
vegetable.
name. Yeah.
Disgusting.
And Martin said, black licorice, get out of here.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yep.
I'm fine with it. Guys, we're moving on to our next one. We're coming to Tim first with this one. We have our vegetables. I guess there are a couple other vegetables. Cucumbers, are they a vegetable?
Yes.
We don't have to talk about that yet.
I guess. Digress. Mushrooms versus Brussels sprouts. Tim, which one is worse, mushrooms or Brussels sprouts?
Like these are both really good. I'll say Brussels sprouts just because you have to prepare them with a boatload of butter, salt, pepper. But when you do that and you roast them, it's so good. Mushrooms, you can stuff them. They make
you saying you have to add stuff to the mushrooms to make them good?
Well, you don't have to. I mean, you could put them in your cheesesteaks. You could.
You mean adding stuff? Yeah.
You want me to eat them? I've eaten several mushrooms raw, and sometimes.
Did you enjoy them?
For food purposes?
You know what's great about mushrooms? Putting a big old piece of steak on top of it.
Like, yeah.
Well,
I'm sorry, Tim. I'm coming at you. I just had this argument with Joey the other day about Brussels sprouts. So.
If you saute mushrooms up, it's great. I mean, you know what you put them in? Olive oil. You know where olive oil comes from? Olives, which are great
about them.
I don't believe you.
Yeah,
all right,
check
guys.
It out.
Olive oil is delicious.
Brussels sprouts here. I actually like both of these when they're prepared properly, and I think both of these have to be prepared properly for them to be good, in my opinion. When prepared properly, Brussels sprouts are better, in my opinion. So I'm going to go with Brussels sprouts as the better option. Mushrooms are the worst, so my vote goes to mushrooms. Joey?
Everything's backwards.
So this is tricky. This is not tricky for me at all. Like, I'm actually allergic to mushrooms.
Actually?
Yeah. So I will get like my face swells up. We found out I ate cream of mushroom soup when I was in kindergarten, and I looked like I do now, but I was 5 years old. I grew a beard. No, I didn't grow a beard. No, my face swelled up big time, and we found out, I'm allergic to mushrooms. However, I would still rather die than eat
I knew it was going there. I knew it.
So, yeah. I've only had Brussels sprouts one time in my life, and I enjoyed them, and it was in Texas, and they smothered it in like lard, put bacon around it, and then delivered it to me, and it was wonderful. But the fact that they had to like basically put a pig on it made me, so yeah. Good.
All right, we got one more vote for Brussels sprouts because Joey would rather die than
tearing up the
chat.
He would literally rather die.
Or as Maria says, I'd rather kill you. Classic Maria quote.
Fair.
Mm-hmm.
JL, you're the last one to vote here. What do you think?
Yeah, I used to absolutely hate Brussels sprouts. My mom could probably attest to that because she loves Brussels sprouts, and I thought it made our house smell like feet. So I did not like them. Now I've eaten them as an adult and as a vegetarian, and they're all right. They're all right.
Yeah.
I like them. I like when they're prepared. Good. They're all right. Mushrooms, on the other hand, are awful. They're terrible.
Oh, I didn't know where it was going to go.
Yeah, it's mushrooms for me.
It is going to be tied, and we're going to need the chat's help on this one. Which one's worse, guys? Is it mushrooms or Brussels sprouts?
I don't even know which one I voted for.
Well,
guys, by the way, my favorite way to prepare them, Tim, is with like a syrup and bacon. Brussels sprouts. I know you said something about it. Butter. I don't know if I've had them like that.
Well, the chat vote is in 66% Brussels sprouts.
Ooh,
you're wrong.
So Brussels sprouts
you're wrong,
is
chat.
the worst one between mushrooms and Brussels sprouts. And we'll move on here. Guys, I'm going to keep pushing us through. We have about 7 minutes to wrap this up. I know we can do it pretty easily, but just letting you guys know,
I've got nowhere to be.
Yeah,
I'm already here.
Yeah, exactly. We're where we need to be. But we are going to move on to our next one. And we have cucumbers and pickles. Some people might say they're the same thing because they are kind of. One sits in a jar for a long time and absorbs a bunch of other things. And one's a cucumber. And I'm voting first on
and
this
the
one.
other one's a cucumber.
And the other is the one you started with.
So, guys, I don't dislike either one of these. I like cucumbers. You have a nice little like veggie plate. You dip it in, dip it in some nice sauce, whether it's a ranch, a vinegar, a balsamic vinaigrette kind of deal. I love that. But pickles, I like pickles. I'm not like the biggest pickle fan in the world, but if I had to choose one to eat, it's pickles. I'm gonna take pickles here. So I'm going to vote for cucumbers being worse.
Yeah. Siobhan said, I still think Joey uses influence to remove deviled eggs on this list.
Deviled eggs are
I think that's true. I think I told you deviled
food.
eggs, didn't I, Joey?
No, you didn't.
Oh, well, then I didn't.
My favorite food. I like the delivery of that. Is it my turn?
Talk about the last one. Said you guys rather eat fungi than a vegetable?
Not me.
And real fast before we move on, keep trade cut. Ayuk, Tony Gallup. Let's do it from a dynasty perspective, real fast. I will start. I am keeping. Oh gosh. I am keeping. I'm keeping Brandon Ayuk. I'll trade Brandon Ayuk. I'll keep. Michael Gallup, and I'll trade.
This is tough.
I'll cut Tony. I don't like it, though. I don't like it. I thought it was easier when I first read it.
I'll go.
I think Ayuk has the most trade value, though.
Oh, I don't. Yeah, I honestly have no idea how to answer this. I guess I'll keep Ayuk. I'll trade Gallup, and I'll keep or cut Tony. No, cut Gallup. Trade Tony.
That's fine. That's fine.
I'm keeping Tony, trading Ayuk, and cutting Gallup.
We all have different answers.
No, Josh, you were the smart one on this show. I completely agree with you 100%.
Okay. I don't think there's a right or wrong answer, to be completely honest, but that was a good one. That was a good one, Martin.
Joey's mom in here saying Joey eats pickles on his eggs in the morning.
Mom, you don't know what you're talking about. Hi, Mom.
Hi, Mom.
All right, guys. We have one vote for cucumbers as being the worst food between cucumbers and pickles. Joey, what do you think here?
Some people hate Chick-fil-A because of, whatever reasons. There are a lot of reasons you could not like Chick-fil-A. But I hate them most because they force pickles upon me because they are the worst food in the world.
Order something else.
No, I have gone back in, thrown the chicken sandwich on the counter, and like, please remove these devil spheres or saucers from my life. Pickles is the worst food in the entire world, even worse than olives.
Wow. It was this. Yeah. Joey is completely out on pickles. He'll eat the non-soil.
I will eat
pickles.
so many mushrooms instead of a pickle. Mom, I regret sending you the link before the show.
No one should keep pickles in their car, even if you like pickles.
Underneath Joey's car seat is fries, candy corn, and pickles.
Oh gosh.
And he always gets nervous when he's reaching down. It's like, what am I going to get?
Could you imagine if you actually left a pickle in your car? Your car might explode.
Know. You would smell
I know, because it would just smell so awful. Oh God, why is it even?
Disagree.
My mom wants to know where Simon is too. That was her question. That's what I was coming on the show today.
What do you think? Cucumbers or pickles?
All right, I'm gonna go cucumbers. I like both of these things. Now I will add, sweet pickles are from hell as well. They are right there with the black licorice. Sweet pickles are the worst. Dill pickles.
You mean like the circles that are
Yep. Yeah, they taste sweet. Yeah. I do not like those. And the worst are the restaurants that say, "Oh yeah, this comes with pickles," and they don't specify, and then you get a bunch of sweet pickles. The worst. I rage.
Why don't you just walk out of the restaurant right then?
So you think pickles are worse?
But I usually take a shit on the table before I leave.
Mm-hmm.
Huh. So you think pickles are worse?
Oh, I think cucumbers are worse.
Okay. Gotcha. All right. Cucumbers worse. 2 votes for cucumbers, 1 for pickles. Tim.
The pickles are just better. I mean, they're evolved cucumbers. Genetically modified, scientifically trained cucumbers get the opportunity to become pickles.
So, the world wasn't satisfied with cucumbers. They had to innovate, so it's just the next evolution.
Have you ever had cucumber water? It's refreshing.
It is refreshing.
No, I don't like it. I don't like cucumber water. I dislike cucumber water.
I don't.
I'm just saying.
I'm so mad
I
at
don't
everyone
like
right
it.
now.
Joey, that didn't go how you thought it.
Me.
I was about to call somebody my favorite, and then I realized you're all,
cucumber waters. I don't like the flavor.
20% of the chat agrees with you, Joey, but 80% chose cucumbers.
Well,
All right, guys, let's keep on pushing through here. I think, Joey, you're voting first on this one. You got olives versus black licorice. Which one is worse? Oh, man. This one's a good matchup.
This is fun.
I just want everyone to think about the consistency of an olive. Just think about that for a second. And you bite, and sometimes it's like nothing. And you're like, and then this flavor of just shit hits your mouth. Like olives, gone. Please.
It's like a terrible version of Gushers.
Oh God! Oh, yes, that's exactly what it is, JL. You call them little poop. They're little poop Gushers.
The olive's gone, but he's gonna vote for them, so they might stay. JL,
gushing poop is diarrhea, and that's what they are.
I'm gonna go with olives. At least black licorice is like a candy. And pretty much any candy I'm going to be fine eating.
Only by definition.
Only by definition. I fully agree with you. I'm trying to pick the worst of 2 evils here, Tim. Go on olives.
So JL thinks olives are worse. Tim, I know 2 things I don't think you like very much.
It's black licorice. No, I actually like olives a lot.
Oh, you do like
totally
olives.
Fine. Yeah. I mean, I don't like martinis, but they make me feel fancy. You put food in my drink. It's just optimizing my ability to A, last longer in the day, and B, have a little stick thingy that I can poke people with. So olives are great. Black licorice, nothing, no redeeming qualities about it. Literally nothing. Get rid of it. Or I guess promote it to the next level, which I also don't really want to do. Get rid of it.
I don't know what to vote for here.
I was gonna say, you look like you're struggling, Josh.
I am struggling. I'm gonna just take it as like the best form of both of these, and I'd rather eat an olive in its best form, in my opinion. I'll eat it on pizza and stuff. So I'm gonna vote for black licorice and get it the hell out of here. It also beat candy corn, or actually have it move on, but maybe. So we're gonna have to go to the chat for this one, JL. We're gonna have to go to the chat.
Chat is currently split 50-50.
No way.
It's still live, so we just need one more vote.
Okay,
there's one. Let's see if I end it.
Lock it in.
Someone's gonna slide in there.
We'll
see. All right, black licorice won 53%.
Oh,
yes.
Licorice is the worst.
Yes.
Wow, what a close one.
Quotations. I cringe thinking about eating both. Good matchup. Yeah, these are doing it.
All right, guys, let's keep pushing forward. JL, you're first here. Brussels sprouts or cucumbers? Which one's worse? Tell me.
They're both fine. I'll go with Brussels sprouts are worse.
Brussels sprouts are worse. Tim, what do you think?
Yeah, it's gonna be Brussels sprouts. Just you have to prepare them a lot more.
Smell a little worse.
Cucumbers are a good vessel to get ranch into your body too, so that's pretty cool.
Sure.
I'm gonna vote for cucumbers here. I'd rather eat Brussels sprouts than cucumbers myself, but I think I know where Joey's gonna go on this one. I
don't. I want to say why though. I'm going Brussels sprouts because the chat turned on me, and I'm very spiteful. So Brussels sprouts is the worst food.
Fair enough.
Yeah. I would vote. That was one of my 3 that I hated. So
Brussels
I'm
sprouts
not
is moving
me
on.
up today. Man, but in that last round, one was a really bad matchup. The other one was just fine. They're like totally different sides of the spectrum.
Well, we have our final matchup.
Yeah.
The much hated black licorice against the loathed Brussels sprouts. Tim, you're gonna be the first one to vote
black
here.
licorice by a mile, by 1,000 miles.
Yeah, a bajillion miles.
I would like to. Where do they make black licorice? I'd like to know because I have some things I'd like to say.
Black licorice, they beat my candy corn, which I hate even more, but not a big fan of black licorice, and I like Brussels sprouts, so gotta vote black licorice here. Joey.
Yeah, Brussels sprouts are awful. Like I've covered it, I've outlined it. Like you have to do so much to them to make them somewhat edible.
There's nothing you could do to black
licorice. I was about to say, what can you do to black licorice to make it edible?
You can put it in your mouth and enjoy it because it's really not that bad. It's really not.
I don't absolutely hate it. Like I said, I kind of like the black. Wait, are those just chocolate twizzlers I like? Yeah, I like the chocolate twizzlers. So I just like you guys. I don't like black licorice.
Jelly beans are the best ones, right?
No.
Yes.
No, not at all.
No.
That's I can't tell if you're messing with me, Joey.
No, I look in those jelly beans, I open that bag, and I'm like, okay, here we go.
Where are the dark flavored jelly beans and black licorice?
No, popcorn's disgusting.
JL, wrap it up.
Black licorice for me.
Yeah.
Black licorice is going to be our worst food according to science. Black licorice is the worst food. Travis Etienne is the best value second-year running back going into next season. This is according to science, guys. Lock it in and keep these in mind because worst food, black licorice. I don't think too many people are going to hate us for this, right?
No, I feel like this was relatively in line. I mean, we only went against the chat once, and 90% on this last poll from them for black licorice. So.
Because Joey, Brussels sprouts really aren't that bad.
But I mean,
sorry,
listen, I will eat them, so I don't like. It's not that. I was just trying to make a case, but like, I mean, olives or pickles is what should be here, so that's fine.
And deviled eggs.
No,
I would have been fine if olives made it, but pickles, they're good. They're tasty. Guys, we're here live streaming every weekday at 3:00 Eastern time. PM Eastern time. We're not streaming in the morning,
3 a.m.
however you want to consider it. Oh no, the demands, guys.
You picked the wrong kidnap. You should have picked a different target.
like we'd at least miss like Tim, you know.
Yeah, he's replaceable.
I'm joking, Simon. I love you, man. Watch this just be Simon.
Someone will
Simon's
save you.
The one doing this.
Yeah, that would be pretty fun.
How much are they going to pay to get me back?
Why is my picture being used? That's what I want to know.
Because you look like a captor of Simon. Let's be honest.
I would love to like Simon. Shut up. I would love to like have him here all the time. I could play with his hair.
Brush it down, damn it.
We could exchange glasses. It'd be really nice.
So like the video.
Sorry, guys.
Hit that subscribe button if you like what you saw here. I know you did. Keep in mind.
You lie to us.
Go buy some Travis Etienne. Go buy some Travis Etienne because trading makes fantasy
Black
fun. That's what I'm talking about.
Don't buy black licorice.
Don't buy black licorice.
Don't.
Get rid of it. Somehow
Put black licorice out of business.
Yeah, don't reinforce them for making it.
He got out. Trading makes. Oh no! Simon! All right. Okay, that's gonna be it. Get it. Okay, we got to shut down. Trading makes fantasy fun. See ya.